Hello, the one. Not everyone. The one. Because you only have one. What's wrong with you, rest of you? Are you passing up something free? So, it's safe. Come on in. The four were watching. Otherwise, I go for a walk. You guys don't need me. What the hell am I doing here? I thought you guys are lining up probably at 9 o'clock for like hundreds of you. Four? Shameful. What the heck is wrong with you guys on YouTube? What else can you do better than this? Get your butts over here. Let me see what's wrong with you. or let me see what's wrong with me. Sitting here for God knows what purpose. So, there you go. User 22, Emo, Ryan. Just wanted a kick in the butt? Or you wanted what? A written invitation? You all know that we have a live stream. So, get on with it. How you doing, Ryan? What's up? And hello, Emo. And good morning, user 22. What do you mean good morning? Where are you? Don't piss me off. Any one of you. Gender, age, where you tuning in from. These are what I want to see when you say hello. At least I know where you're coming from, how old you are. I don't know how many times I've said that. I wonder why you guys don't pay attention, for heaven's sake. I'm angry now. I guess I should have stayed in military. I seem to be very militaristic, like because I've said that many times before, and it's still people don't do it or forget. I get violent. Imo, leave me alone. You're asking me questions that is up to you to decide, not me. Go talk to your psychotherapists and watch the stuff that I've recommended. Dr. Philipson, Dr. Jan Weiner, Dr. Schwartz, other psychotherapists and therapists, and educate yourself. Otherwise, you keep going on the same thing and you're not really listening to anything. So it's just, I won't be able to do anything for you here because obviously you're like a broken recorder. You keep recording, repeating the same thing. All right. Ryan says, I'm good and want to say thank you for videos. They have helped me. I'm delighted. I'm delighted. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. And there are 5 of you here. 1 of you has put a like on. Well, the other 4 forgotten what your duties are or you don't like it. If you don't like it, good night. If you do, if you're staying, click on like, for heaven's sake. We're going to have 6 likes because there's 6 people here. Militaristic approach. I just want to see. I can't be democratic all the time. Two out of 7. Should I pack it up and go home? Ah, come to think of it, I am home. So should I just pack it up? Lucid is here. Says, Lucid, what happened to protocol? I won't read anything unless it's got the gender, age, and where you're tuning in from in front of it. So, no soup for you. Put that in, Lucid, and then I'll read it. So we have 3 likes out of 7 people. What are those 7 people doing here anyhow if they're not liking it? All right, while you guys think it over, I go pour my tea. Ouch. It's a new tea. Well, I've had this. I bought that last time by mistake, and I'd never drank it. Last night, I went and I ran out of green tea, so I bought 2 boxes of this. Same mistake, because they're both green, but the other one is darker, I guess. So this one is green tea, organic pomegranate flavor, organic cranberry flavor. It's a bit too sour. That's why I didn't like it. But nevertheless, I bought it. I gotta have it. So, Lucid, 29, male, Australia. Okay, thank you for that. Australia. That's 9 in the morning plus 5. That's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it? So Lucid says, and what's the, is that what you want me to call you, Lucid? It says, my ex contacted me 2 months into no contact. And last week, 4 months into no contact. So every 2 months, she gets the invitation to call you. To catch up. But I don't know how to answer. I would like your suggestion. Well, it depends on what you want from her. Do you still want anything from her? She left you, or you left her, or it was mutual? And search in your heart. Do you think she's qualified with the experience that you had with her as far as compatibility, support, commitment, reliability, stability, logic, practicality, and all that? Is it a match? Well, if it was a match, it wouldn't be broken up, right? And if it is broken up, that means it's not a match. If it's not a match, 2 months later or 4 months later, it's still the same person. So you may forget why you guys separated, because you'd be focusing on all the lovey-doveys and the, pleasurable memories. That's how we human beings are. We don't think of the bad stuff. We think about the good stuff of the relationship that was broken up. So when you think about those things, you can't see any reason why you broke up. So you forget about all of that. But all the reasons why you broke up still there. You just don't see it anymore because you're not focused on it. So you will be enticed to, kind of gravitate toward getting to know each other again. And you positively respond, and you sit down, and then she being a girl, you being a guy, and you can't hold yourself, and you're gonna feel randy and handy, and you're gonna ask her out again, and you start justifying your approach, and she start pulling back. You fall into it because you want that sex now, you want that intimacy, you want that conquering, and then eventually you're back into the same group, but the same problems that caused the first time breakup is still there, and it will show itself. So unless those problems are gone away, the fact that you guys don't remember it in 2 months past is not going to do anything. You're going back into the same hole as it was before. If the relationship wasn't working, it's still not going to be working, regardless of how you think about her right now, without having gotten to know anything new about her. If she's made any changes in her personality, in manners, in morals, or whatever it is that it was the problem. So I'd say ask yourself, what is it that you want from her? Are you still compatible? Were you compatible? If you were, then why did it break up? When you come to conclusions and answer all these questions, then say, why are you calling me every 2 months? What is it that you want from me? These are the things that I expect if we are supposed to get back together, or for whatever reason that it is you're calling. If you're calling to catch up, look, listen, I'm a guy. I'm not interested to catch up. I either have a girlfriend with eyes, I either have an association with a woman with eyes on making her to be my girlfriend and see if she's qualified, and she can see if I'm qualified, or nothing. I don't need my ex to be my friend, because there's always going to be that feeling of, I want to have a sexual relationship, because I wouldn't be thinking about who you are, what you wear, how you wear. I'm thinking about, oh, there's a, hottie here, and if she is, whatever it is, you just say that. It sounds good to her. Compliment. And, I'd want it. I'm a guy. But if you just want to feel secure because you don't have anybody new and you want to string me along and feel good about yourself, so you'll be confident, then when you go out, you're confident and you don't have to, you won't look so hungry and all that or so enthused, and that gives you the kind of a clout that you want. Well, I'm not into it. I'm not into prepping you up for going out and feel good about yourself. You want to feel good about yourself? Do what I'm doing. We're separated, and I'm trying to feel good about myself without you, and you do the same. And I bet you these catching up thing, when you find somebody else, you're gone. Well, what am I doing? It's not going to be the same for the guys as it is for the girls. You guys are going to be okay. You find a boyfriend, you go, and I now just lost my ex-girlfriend for the second time. I don't want to go through that. So what is it that you want? You ask her. Why are you calling me? Because you know that we were already calling each other, and then we got closer, and then we got boyfriend, girlfriend, then we got disconnected, we got separated. So why are we starting the cycle again? What is it that you want? Well, politely you say that, not as vigorous as I'm saying it, but that's the thing you want to relay to her, and then she got to figure it out, And you said that you are, how old you are? 29. Then obviously she's at least, 26, 27, 28? She's mature enough to know what you're talking about. So either bug her off or come back in and let's see if we can make it happen. But I don't want to be your wingman. That's what you tell her. Politely, nicely, kindly, respectfully, but friendlily. That's what you say. And Lucid says we have lots of memories. Who doesn't? Relationships about memories. Of course you do. We made over 2 years. Yeah, you did. But my friend told me to leave it. I don't care about what your friend tells you. I'm just saying that you had memories, and what are you trying to say to me? That means what? She can call you anytime she wants and rip your heart apart, and then after a while say, you say, why didn't you call me again? So, well, because I have a boyfriend now. Well, what the fuck? So you're setting yourself up for that, being the wingman for her. Don't do that shit. She left, gone, bye-bye. You lost your chances. Whatever it is, you could have worked it out. I was there. You came up with all this temper tantrum. You didn't measure up. You left. That's the end of it. Bye-bye. Life is not a joke. Many of today's people are just child, even though they're old enough. They don't understand life has responsibilities. You got to build something. You can't fucking come into a relationship and just see what you can get and just enjoy, and after a while, build up relationship, and then don't measure up and don't, fulfill your weight, don't pull your weight, and don't contribute as much as you should in a real relationship. But you expect what? Okay, now I go to somebody else. Okay, go. That's no way of building a life. You're always going to be a loser. You got to commit to something if you decided to commit to something. And work it out. What do you think happens if you finally decide to marry someone and you get married? You think there will be no problems happening in that relationship? Because now we got married, we got a paper? No, the problem's coming from the consciousness. The consciousness doesn't give a shit you got paper or pictures or wedding or not. The changes is happening, and the way you perceive things is going to happen. The way you are intolerant to logic and proper manners and morals and way of thinking, compatibility between the two, is going to be there. So the problem is going to be whether you're married or just in a regular relationship. So let's say you finally got married to someone, and you think the problem's not going to be there. So what are you going to do then? Pack up and go again. That's the way you guys handle life today. No commitment. Incapable of making commitments. Why? Because everything is like, disposable. Buy this. You don't like it, throw it out. Go get another one. And now you pushed it into your heads that, okay, uh, there's so many available. See what you can get. And this is what most girls have been programmed to. See how much your worth is. The more they give you, the more attention they give. Then they're constantly jumping from one branch to another branch. This person, next person, next person. That. It didn't work. Well, it's not their fault that it didn't work. Have you ever thought that it could be yours or something both of you should work on? So these are what you're focusing on. So you better get it clear with her that you're not going to play that game. You're a serious person, 29 years old. You're learning things, a thing or two in your life, and you expect quality. If she's not willing to bring quality, commitment, stability, responsibility, reliability, what is she calling you for? And he says, my friend says to leave it and not to be captain, save a hole. Okay. Save a hole. Okay. It was broken up because she didn't appreciate what we had. Till it's gone. Yeah. Let her go. I know the type. These are mostly people who don't have enough confidence in themselves. So no matter what you give them, what you do, they always think, oh, it's not enough. Because they think their confidence should come from the stuff or the guy. And once they cannot actually live up to the expectations and the challenges that life has, they leave the guy instead of upping their abilities. So that's their way. They've been like that and they'll always be like that. Maybe someday they'll change. But you don't have to be part of that. In a relationship, especially once to get serious, both man and the woman have a certain responsibilities, duties toward that relationship, commitment, unselfishness, dedication. You can't be saying, okay, you guy, go work, bring money, and I'll just do whatever I do. Why don't you also go to work? Bring money to the family, both of you, equal. You know, bring money, work, build together. If the woman says, there's no work, or I don't feel like, or there's no work in my field, or whatever, okay, then pull your weight in some other ways. Contribute to that relationship in some other ways. I don't know, cook, clean up, wash the dishes, wash the clothes, clean the house. Bring that, what you can, to that pot, to that mix. And you expect the guy to go and bring money for you, for comfort and vacation and all these other things, and you don't want to work, decided you don't want to, that's your choice, fair enough. But then pull your weight some other way. You can't just say, oh, I'm not happy or because of that. You know, these are things both sides should recognize. If the guy doesn't want to work and the girl happens to have a good job, well, then the guy got to do these things. You got to pull your weight, clean the house, wash the dishes, do the laundry, you know, cook food. It's not a political statement. It's how things can get done and a family can work. You guys are too bogged down with the verbiage of this bullshit narration that is going on and all these, democracy and equality. And yeah, well, you want equality, create that equality. Bring equal things to the table and take equal things out of the table. Otherwise, you can't say, oh, I've got nice body and a good look and I can do Macarena pretty good. And then, therefore, that's it. That's all I need to be qualified. Won't work. And then you will be unhappy because you're not making anything out of yourself. And then you leave the relationship. So it didn't work. Well, it didn't work because you didn't pull. One of you didn't pull its weight. And this is what's happening today. So change that. Don't fall into that trap. One moment. Let me check this tea. Okay, so that. So what else do we have? We've got. And then Lucid says, it was broken because, okay. Right. And then, would you suggest I communicate with her instead of ignoring the message? Well, you still got the hots for her, right? You don't want to hold her accountable for her role in breaking up this relationship that you had so much memory. So she was all okay as long as it was a vacation and lovey-dovey and do nothing but enjoy. But when it comes to number crunching, I'm not into it now. Yeah, and you still want to go back to the same girl. Yeah. What do you want to talk to her about? What for? Is she a minor? I'm sure not. That's illegal, immoral. So she's of legal age. There we go. How old is she? 34. You're 29. She's 34. And she behaves like this. Let her go. Don't even go after her. Don't even talk to her. You want to talk to her, tell her what you want. That's it. If at that age she still hasn't figured it out, that's not a woman you want to be around with. And because she's older than you, she thinks she's got to be the bossy one, and she expects you to go and cater to her. Maybe you consider her wiser than you or more educated than you or whatever it is that you consider her. But I don't think that's a good match with the things that you told me about how things developed. Go find yourself someone who's in line with your values, and you guys can communicate better and build a memory with her. That's the end of it. When a relationship doesn't work, that doesn't mean that's the only girl in the world. There's so many other amazing girls out there. So don't disrespect women by thinking that one or this one or that particular one that the relationship didn't work are the representation of the whole entire quality of the woman in this world. Don't do that. There's so many amazing, respectable, lovable, kind, to worship women are around the world, responsible, reliable, mountain of power, dedication, unselfishness, logic. Find them. If you don't expect much, you won't get much. If you expect enough, then you will be handed in someone that already knows you expect a lot, so someone who's got qualifications will present herself. And Tubai Show says, hello, sir. Hello, Tubai Show. Says, sir, how fully overcome from... Listen, I need to know age, gender, where you're tuning in from. Here it is. It says, I'm from India, age 26. It says, sir, how fully overcome from HOCD? Everybody, when you understand and educate yourself about HOCD, there's no matter of overcoming it. It's a matter of understanding, because it's a glitch and a malfunction in the brain. Your gender is not changing because you have these thoughts or images showing up. It's just the problem that we human beings have with this brain, which is still, a progress in the working. What is it? It's a work in progress. So the problem is you think your brain is complete and perfect, and then you say whatever it does, it must be true. No, it's not. It's malfunctioning. Your brain is not you. You're not the brain. The brain is an organ, and it fucks up. And that's the fuck up time when OCD and HOCD, the substance of OCD, shows up. So learn and educate yourself. It's not about recovery. There's nothing wrong with you to recover. It's the thought and bullshit that shows up that is not in line with your values. It's a mix-up in the signaling system of the brain. It's a glitch. So learn it. Learn how to rewire yourself, how to treat these thoughts, and then move on. I've explained it in other videos. And Iran says, male 20, India. Says why the thoughts feel so real. That's what thoughts do. Brain is very powerful, and brain doesn't understand the difference between actuality and virtuality. That's why if you think of a lemon, sour lemon, or sour green grape in a vineyard, and you bite into it, and that whole acidic sour with the lime or lemon you squeeze in your mouth, you start salivating right now when there is no lemon or sour grape involved. The thought of that brain's power, and the thought creates reaction in the body. But that doesn't mean that there is a, sour grape here or lemon here. Same thing, the body reacts to thoughts with the power of the brain, but that means nothing. That's the reaction to a certain level of anxiety that the thought creates in the brain, and the level of anxiety moves blood, and then blood moves organs, and you could have all kinds of reactions one way or another up to arousal. But that has nothing to do with your interest about what you got the arousal from. So you have to understand these. I've explained it in detail in other videos. You can watch them. There are 2 playlists that you guys can watch. Intrusive, transient, OCD, HOCD, negative thoughts. And next playlist is Intrusive, OCD, HOCD, short videos. And these 2, and you have the links of famous, educated, brilliant psychotherapists in the description of those videos, such as Dr. Philipson, Dr. Schwartz, Dr. Jan Weiner, and many other specialists and therapists, that the links are there. You watch their videos and educate yourself and learn about this malfunction, this disorder, and train it. Train your brain. The most important mission in life is to train your brain. The brain doesn't come to you trained. It's like a computer that you need to program it. It's got some operating system in there, but it can go wacko. It could have bugs. It could not be compatible. And it has problems that you need to rewire it, fix it. For that, you need to know how it works, how it functions, how it malfunctions, why it is doing it, so then you can help it out. You're the boss of the brain, not the other way around. Emmanuel says, hello, Meran. Hello, Emmanuel. Male 28, Boston. And Emmanuel says, does a guy have the right to look for a girlfriend while he's broke? What kind of a stupid question is that? And I love you, but the way I say it is because it's very nonsense. Of course, why not? You look for a girl who's actually got brains and looking for quality of the man, not his pocket, because he believes that together you can make that money come happen. Come happen. That's a new way of speaking. That money can be produced through your perseverance and, getting good jobs, careers, and so on. Make that happen. So, somebody who's hungry for your character and for understanding and compatibility, not a gold digger or somebody who's looking for money only, So look for that. There was an old village in Japan, I don't know, 1,000 years ago, and these bandits would attack that village and take their women and chicken and food and crops and everything and leave them just a little bit to survive and plant more, and then every once in a while they would come and raid the village and get the stuff. So one day the peasants got tired, and they, farmers got tired and said, what do we do? So, well, let's go outside the village. The old man has a house outside the village. He's not part of the village, but just outside of it. But we can go and ask him. So they all got together and went to the old man. And they told him the problem. The old man says, go find and hire samurai. They all said, what do you mean? We have no money to give samurai. He said, give samurai that you hire rice. So, okay, good idea. Okay. So, a bunch of them went to town, to the big city, to look for samurai, to hire, to bring them to the village to protect them against the bandits. So after a whole day trying to talk to the samurais and all that. They discussed, and they didn't get anywhere, and they came back to the old man. And the old man said, listen, we found different. He said, did you not find samurai? He says, yes, we found samurai, but every samurai that we told them, and we said, we're going to pay you with rice, beat the crap out of us. It was disrespected. Now, what do you think I am? You want to pay me rice? What about money? The old man said, go find a hungry samurai. Listen carefully. Go find someone who is in need of what you're selling, what you're offering, what your specialty is, what makes you special. Your consciousness, your manners, your morals, the way you treat her, and how ambitious you are, how you're going to work hard, how you're going to make things happen together, your philosophy of life, your outlook of life. That's how you find compatibility. If she's just gorgeous and beautiful and you choose a woman based on her beauty, you don't know what's running that beauty, what's in the head of that beauty. That's what you're going to have a relationship with. What's in her brain? What's her condition? What's in her consciousness? Not her beauty. If you selected her just because she was beautiful, that's going to fail. If she came to you because you've got money, and she didn't come to you because of your consciousness and the values and compatibility, that's the same way, the other way around. That's going to fail. So you need to look for someone who's not looking for money, and you shouldn't be looking for haughty model type. Looking for compatibility to build something together, to be able to rely on each other and be accountable to this relationship. One moment, let me turn this on because I hate the smell of cigarette and I can smell it coming from the window. All right. Look. Ayush Verma says, I can't concentrate while studying. How? Well, you got to train your brain. It's like saying, I can't play soccer when I'm in the soccer field. Well, because you didn't practice. I can't kick the ball straight to the goal in the corner because you didn't practice. I can't play tennis well. I can't serve it right at the spot that I want because you didn't practice. You got to train your abilities. You can't focus. You got to train learning how to focus. And the meditation helps you. Mindful exercises will help you. We have in here, if you go on the search engine and put in meditate, you will have a bunch of them and it'll tell you how to meditate. And while you're meditating, concentration meditation will help you to realize and learn how to make the brain powerful in its ability to focus, stay focused. Everybody can focus, but the key in power is how long can you stay focused. Look, if you get a magnifying glass and shine it over a piece of paper and the sun ray will pass through it, you can play it until it's focused in a small point on the paper. But that by itself doesn't catch the paper fire. You got to hold it there long enough until it catches fire. So making it small and focusing it on the paper is one part of it. Holding it for a while, that's another part to bring the result you're looking for. Everybody can focus, but the key in power is how long can you stay focused. For that, you need practice. So many of you think, oh, I focus, but I can't focus. Well, you know how to focus, everybody does. But you don't know how to keep focusing, keep the focus going. For that, you need exercise, practice, training. And we've got concentration meditation exercises and meditation on the channel. So put in meditate and see what comes up. "12 people here, 5 people like it. What are the other 7 doing? You don't like it, what are you doing here? If you like it, click." We want to let YouTube know that we are a likable channel, so the algorithm will recognize, and maybe a few more people will get to know, and they can use the channel and benefit from its contents. Helene from Canada. Oh my goodness, we have a Canadian here. Says, "My boyfriend," Helene, age, gender. Were you tuning? Oh, Canada, I know. Okay, there it is. Female, 29 from Canada. All right, thank you for that. And Helene says, "My boyfriend recently told me that his ex reached out to him after she left and came back. Should I be worried?" You know, when I was in university, the student body invited the top billiard player in the world, one of the champions. Name was Jack White. Jack White showed up in the billiard room of the university. We all gathered, and he was a big, chubby, fat guy with his special cue in the box. So he opened it up and screwed it together. And he said, "Who wants to play?" And there was this guy, we knew him. He was just one of these guys that is good at everything, supposedly. He just claims to be. So you play soccer. "Oh yeah, I used to play for a German team." Oh, bullshit. Yeah, but he says it. So as soon as the guy says, "Who wants to play?" He says, "Yeah, I play." Yeah. Okay, so there you go. So he's gone to play, and we all watch him. And he's talking about, and he said, "Are you really good?" He says, "Yes, I'm very good. I'm very good." So while Jack White is actually playing, he says, and I never forgot this, he said, "I don't care how good you are. I don't care how good you play this game. I don't care what mastery you have in billiard. I've got the cue." Do you understand? It says it doesn't matter how good and expert you are in billiard. It's my turn. So it doesn't matter what you can do. It's not your turn. You don't have the cue. I've got the cue. You too. It doesn't matter how she's gone and come back and she reached out and all about bullshit. You've got the cue. You're there. You have a relationship with the guy. So you're in control, way beyond her. She's the one who's worried. Tell your boyfriend, "Did you tell her that you have a girlfriend?" Yes, I did. Did you tell her that, just really doesn't make sense to call me because I'm in a relationship now? And simply make it clear. But the most important point is that you're there. You got the ball. You're in the field. The ball is under your feet. You're playing the game, soccer or billiard or tennis. You got the reservation. You're in the court. You're there. You got the cue. So you shouldn't be afraid of it. You should just tell the girlfriend, "Thank you, but you're spoken for." And whatever else that you think is necessary to, but don't allow that to make you to become nervous and start, overperforming as far as whatever it is that you do in that relationship, as far as, contributions or whatever. Don't let him use her reaching out as a way to make you nervous and compete for his affections to the point that he would be enjoying playing you both against each other, which I hope that's not the case, but but you don't have to worry about it. I mean, it depends on your guy. I don't know your boyfriend, but if he's a decent guy, he would know how to handle it. And if he doesn't, help him out. Says, listen, you got to make up your mind. What is it? You have any affinity towards her? You want to go back to her? What is it? I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to have to think about somebody called him or whatever. No. What did you say? Because look, if you have your ex call you and reach out, and you tell your boyfriend that, look, my ex called me, what do you expect him to do? He's going to say, did you tell him that you have a boyfriend? And you say, yes. And you say, what else did you say? Naturally, you would have said, well, especially that you're a lady, you would tell the guy, look, okay, you reached out, fine, but, we all moved on and I have a boyfriend. And so I don't think there is any use or any need for you to contact me again. If he contacted you one more time. Not at the first shot, but the second. Make that clear. Protect your relationship. And he probably has done the same way. If not, just teach him to do it. Mind you, it's a little bit more difficult to kind of tell the girls, the ex-girlfriend, to don't call me anymore. Because men usually can't be or shouldn't be disrespectful or harsh, because women cannot necessarily, in generality, be offensive or intrusive to the guy because, they're no threat. But the guy, the ex-boyfriend, can be a threat if, as far as, taking initiatives or trying to, kind of encourage something, a relationship. And it's kind of, unless you're a strong woman and you say, just fuck off if he doesn't listen. So same kind of situation maybe, but on a different note that he would have to handle. Helene. What kind of background is that, Helene? Your alphabet is a little bit different. Obviously, you have a different background. Arjit Gupta says, hello, doc. Remember, guys, I'm not a doctor. I have to bring that to your attention every time. I appreciate the honorary and respectful way, especially in Middle East or other countries, that they call someone who seems to know a thing or two, doctor. Don't call me a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychotherapist. I don't claim to be one. And I have no medical credentials. My expertise are based on my research, my personal experiences. The books that I've written is based on my research on masters and mentors of hundreds of years ago, 100 years ago, and my interest in the whole topic of movement of mind, thoughts, consciousness, the relationship between the two, fear, desire, ego, mechanical process, order, and all these things, and about how the relationships and how to move on from a breakup and to become a mechanic of your own machine, understanding your own psyche. Neuroscience, all these have been the interest of mine, but I don't have a medical credential. So please do not call me doctor, because I don't want any misunderstanding here. You need to talk to your doctor, go call your psychotherapist or psychologist or doctor and, discuss what's concerning you. Beyond that, understanding this, you're welcome to go on my site, mindthatseekstruth.com, mindthatseekstruth.com. Make an appointment for Skype consultation with me regarding what's concerning you in your relationships or OCD or subsets of OCD, and then we can discuss it and explore what's concerning you one-on-one on Skype. And by the way, if you make a 1-hour appointment, I'll add another appointment on me. We'll have 2 hours. I will add another hour on that appointment, the same appointment, 2 hours to discuss what's concerning you, while it's going to be just you make 1 hour of a reservation. Anyhow, that's for new clients. All right, let's go on to Chuck Stair. Says 37, male, Pennsylvania. Says it's hard not to have All right, I'm sorry, where was he? Chuck Stair says, 37 male, Pennsylvania says, it is hard not to have vapid, superficial, moral type beauties approach me all the time. Because I'm just so handsome, smart, and affordable. What? Affordable? Available? I don't know what that is. All right, Chuck? Is that a joke? Or what am I supposed to do with that? Okay, good for you. All right, Ajit says, how do I let go of a woman double my age? I'm 19, she's 41. Okay. I tell you how you let it go. Just hang on, I'll show you. Are you familiar with this article that I have in my hands? This is called The Ugly Stick. It's worldwide known. It's known all around the world. People who are stupid, or rather they're not concerned about the proper compatibility and selection, and they're putting themselves into a pickle, they would meet this article, provided they have their motorcycle helmet on, because I don't want to break their heads. Because if you don't understand what the hell you're getting into, you're going to meet the ugly stick, and you got to be aware of it, because you don't want to have your name on it. There are lots of names on this ugly stick of many of the people who are insolents. She's a 41-year-old woman. She's experienced, mature. She knows what she wants. And you're a boy toy for her, and you enjoy it. She enjoys it. Great. Perfect. Do not think this is a relationship. Do not think that you can be a provider for her, and you shouldn't even want to be. You're 19 years old. You haven't seen hundreds of the things that she's seen. She's done everything she wanted to do, pretty much. So you're at this point of the journey, and she's at this point of the journey, and in between, there's lots you want to do. She has no interest. Compatibility is going to be zero once the sex thing is kind of becomes normal. But for you, she's very amazing, because she's 41-year-old, gorgeous, probably at the perfect age for a woman, beautiful and capable and wise to maybe guide you many things. So you admire her for maybe her beauty, her body, her way of treating you, and the motherly approach that she may even have without she wanting to, or you ask for it, but you can feel that because she cares. So all of that traps you in a relationship that is basically, it's a recipe for hell, because a 19-year-old cannot be compatible to a 41-year-old. But for a while, maybe at the beginning, mentally and physically, you will tolerate each other. And physically, she could be very hot, and you guys could enjoy each other sexually. But that will eventually will lose its novelty. And then you got to be facing the fact, okay, where are we going? Where are we going now? After all these excitement and all that, where are we in life? I still haven't finished university. I still want to learn what it is to drive a car. And I still would like to know what it is to have a job and make money and have my own place and pay for it and all the stuff that I'm supposed to be learning. She's done all that. You'd be doing what she tells you to do because you're hung up on the sexual desires and things that she can offer, and for that there's a price. Comply. Obey her. She doesn't need you. She's got the money and everything at that age, probably. So there is nothing you have to do. You just got to say or understand this is sex, and as long as you want that, that's fine. Enjoy it. But understand that that's no marriage or no relationship. It's just nothing more than a fling for her and for you. Definitely not advisable by anybody. And anybody says, oh, well, you guys can make it. No, it won't. It's too far apart. If she was in her, late 20s, for maybe a year would be okay. Right now, at age 19, you should be looking for a 19-year-old girl or 20. You know, whatever is legal in that country. If 18 is legal, then 18. 18, 19, 20, 21. More than that, girls at that age are looking for someone older, and you at that age, you're looking for someone that you can be compatible with. 41-year-old woman, she's going to eat you alive, and you wouldn't even know what hit you. So, enjoy the sex as she does, but then that's the end of it. Don't look any further. Okay. And use protection. She still can get pregnant. Okay. Okay, Ryan. Atif says, hey, Mehran 38, male, New York City. I've been cutting a lot of people in my life. I hope you mean cutting them out. Out of your life. Not cutting my life, and feel happy about it. It's like I focus on the negative in people and feel more a peace or more at peace just being by myself. Is this normal? Yeah, why not? If you have people who are not compatible to you, or they're not in line with your values, or whatever it is that you're looking for in a friendship, then you don't have to be with, you have to have that many friends. It's sometimes better to have one or two friends rather than so many that doesn't measure up, and you have to get rid of them. So that's fine. And most people want to be on their own these days because there's so much entertainment, so much projects, so much things you can learn and accomplish, that you don't need someone who constantly say, oh, I don't want to do this, I want to do something else. Well, these are the challenges. And so you figure that out, that's fine. And eventually you'll find someone that you can hang around, or if it's a girl and you would be able to find compatibility, you could maybe have a relationship. But in the meantime, don't push yourself. But if you want to talk to your doctor, and just to make sure that they'll do maybe a kind of a, so you won't be depressed or anything, that you don't want to socialize. I hope that's not the case. If it is, go to your doctor, have them do a blood test to see if there's no chemical imbalance or anything, so at least everything is cool. But for what you're telling me, it's got nothing to do with that, I don't think. I'm not a doctor, I don't claim to be one, so you ask your doctor, but seems like you just want to have your own space, and that's fine. User 22 says, I'm still together with that girl I told you once. You think I remember all the things that you guys tell me? From the morning I open my eyes, there are emails that they want to discuss certain things, and I don't remember what it was, user 22. I'm sorry about that. Christoph from Germany says, I'm still together with that girl I told you once. Do you remember? No, I don't. She's crazy about me, wants to marry me. I said, not now, but I will then. Then she was very angry. She's even dreaming about me. Okay, that's very good news. What's wrong with that? If she's nice, she's compatible, you guys like each other, well, you guys build your relationship, get to know about each other a little bit more. Helen says she knows he has a girlfriend, but she didn't want to message him on Instagram because he thought that I had his password and I would see the message. Because he thought or she thought that you have the password. Who cares? It's his responsibility to bring stability to the relationship by helping you to understand that there's nothing to worry about, that he's not about to, approach her, and to make it clear for her that, look, I don't I don't enjoy you hanging around your ex because I'm not going to hang around with my ex. And how would you feel if I would be doing the same thing with an ex? You would not like it. You would not approve. And same thing here. So you better make up your mind. You know, eventually you might have to say that. But usually just don't be too sensitive about it. I mean, again, you got the cue. You're there. And she's not. So, and you will feel it if the guy is, you know, being a dickhead, so you'll know it. And then you'll move on. How old are you? I forgot. Helen? 29. Ah, you're still very young. Chuck Stair says, I was just trying to make a joke of something you talked about. 15 minutes ago, I tried to make one and add some levity every time I'm able to watch the live stream. My bad, Mara. No worries, Chuck. I was a little bit too serious and I couldn't see. Yeah, I guess, you know. It's all right. Not a problem. All right, so there's a whole 5 of us here, and it's been 1 hour, so it's time, and all the questions have been answered. So it's time to say thank you very much for being here, and please promote the channel if you like the content, and hopefully other people will hear about it, and we can help more people, we can reach more people and help more people. In the meantime, I want to tell you that thank you very much for being here. I love you all. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to talk to you again next Saturday at 1 p.m. Vancouver time, and possibly 9 p.m. Vancouver time. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.